In this video, I want to show you my process and how I made these 4 Lego block floating shelves. They consist of 2 2x10 by 8s and a 1x4. You will first need to cut the 2x10s into 24-inch sections. Each shelf will have 2 of these sections glued on top of each other. With 2 2x10 by 8s, you can make 4 shelves. Your next step will be to skip plane these in your planer. That way you'll have a flat surface to glue them together. When they are glued together, the shelf thickness is about 2 7/8. If you don't want your shelves to be that thick, you could skip this step entirely and keep the original thickness of the board, which is about 1.5 inches. You will now want to cut all the rounded edges off the boards. This will make the glue up a little bit easier. When you are gluing these boards together, I recommend that you spread glue on both boards. They soak up a lot of glue, and this will ensure you don't have any unglued surfaces. Once you have given the glue time to dry, you'll want to clean up the edges on your table saw. After that, you will need to square up one edge of each of the boards. This will give you a reference edge to mark the layout for each post. To mark each section, I made a reference square that is the same width as the thickness of the shelves. This will allow you to mark out each square and tell you how many posts you will have. These shelves will have 8 posts each. I grabbed one of my kids' Legos that is a 1x1 so I could take some measurements to find out the diameter of the post in relation to the width of the Lego. What I found is that if you take the width of the block and multiply it by 0.64, that'll give you the diameter of what the post should be. These shelves are 2 7/8 thick. That is 2.875 as a decimal. If you multiply that by 0.64, you get 1.84 inches. That is very close to 1 7/8 diameter. So I'm going to round up and use a 2-inch hole saw to cut each post. Here I am using a 1x4x8 board to cut the posts. Its actual thickness is 3/4 inch. It works out to be a good height for each post. I ended up having to cut 32 of these. And now you'll just need to cut off the excess of each board. The easiest way I found to center each of these to the board was to use my combination square to find the equal distance from the post to the edge. And I transferred that to the original square of wood we used to mark our spacing. I cut that on the bandsaw, and now I have a small jig that I can use to center each post. And the last step before I'm ready to paint is to patch all the nail holes and sand these down. I decided to use spray paint for these. I wanted that high gloss sheen and plastic look to match the look of Legos. The first thing I did was get a few coats of primer on them. These shelves are for my kids to display their Legos. One chose red and yellow, and the other chose blue and green. I do plan on making a lot more of these for them, and one thing I would change is before painting, I would seal the end grain of the wood better. It soaked up a lot more paint than I thought it would. I ended up doing 3 coats of paint on each of them, except for the yellow one, I had to do 4 coats of paint. I decided to use floating shelf hardware for these. It's pretty easy to hang. Just mark the location of your studs, where you want each bracket, and mount them. I purchased a set of these off of Amazon. They hold up to 80 pounds a pair, so they're plenty strong to hold up the solid wood shelf and display some Legos. The easiest way I found to mark the location of the brackets is to just set the shelf up on them and transfer the arm location. The glue line between both boards is close to center, so I use that as a location to drill. After you drill, this would be the time to recess the brackets if you wanted the shelf to be flush with the wall. I decided not to do that with these shelves. I didn't find it necessary. And here they are. I did a set in each kid's room. Both kids were excited to have them. When I showed them to my kids, my oldest told me he was going to need a lot more. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or suggestions on how I could improve on making these shelves, please leave a comment. I do plan on making a lot more, so any advice would be great. If you stayed to the end of the video, I appreciate it, and thanks for watching.